when it just makes sense. Oh, it's your red pill, brown girl. Get into the truth. It's your red pill, brown girl.
Yeah. Hey everyone, it's Crystal. It's your red pilled brown girl coming at you. Y'all, I was sitting up there trying to talk to my Insta followers so they can go and follow me. I keep hitting my mute button. I'm so sorry. But y'all, we talk about everything from a normal perspective. This is for normal people, okay? Thank you, Helena J. Yeah, I kept hitting the mute button. I'm telling you, with this Shure microphone, it's very, very sensitive. But yes, if you have not already, please like, share, subscribe to this channel. If you're following me on YouTube, it would mean so much to me. If you're following me on Facebook, Instagram, it would mean so much to me if you would go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. We are talking about Greenland. But you know what? It's not even that we're talking about Greenland, y'all, because I mean, most of us, we got jobs, we got careers. It's a lot, right? It's a lot to kind of undertake to talk about geopolitical stuff. And y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not the expert. I have a degree in finance and economics. So I understand it, a little bit, but I'm not like an expert, right? Like some of these people, they got masters and stuff like that. I'm just So I look at myself as the middleman. So I'm gonna talk to regular folks. I can hear it from the professional level, and then I can talk to the regular folks. So I'm like an intermediary. Is that all right? But I do think it's important that we talk about this because a lot of people are looking at my president like he's a bully, right? They're like, oh my God, he's such a bully. Republicans, they coming out, they're saying on the congressional floor, they're saying, oh, this does not give us the right to take over Greenland. Whatever. Like, what ever. Y'all don't understand that if we don't play this game of politics, if we don't play this game of imperialism, if we don't play this game of securing our future, other countries are. They are not playing with us. Like they're not like I remember watching President Putin, and he was talking about Americans, and um he was saying that Americans do things based off of Hollywood. Like, I seriously think that that's true now. Like, we are seriously doing this off of Hollywood. Helena, thank you so much for commenting. Yes, girl, I did not realize how weak so many grown men are. Now, mind you, Helena is a female like me. And so if we're not telling y'all, we feel it. Like, y'all are being weak. If y'all don't understand this, if you don't understand taking over, if you don't understand securing your national interests, then but I'm so thankful that we have a president that gets it. So today we're going to talk about it. If you have not already, please hit that like button, share, subscribe. Y'all, this is politics for regular folks. This is social issue for regular people. And so I'm going to try to break it down to you in the next, couple of minutes why Greenland is so important. I have a few videos that I'm going to share with you. But like I said, if you are following me on Instagram, if you're following me on Facebook, if you're following me on X, please go like, share, subscribe, because this is so, so, so very important. So, President Trump made headlines because he had invited all of the oil companies over into the Oval Office, and he's so shady, y'all. Did y'all see he was talking about the ballroom and how we don't have the ballroom, so he couldn't have all the oil companies that wanted to be there. But I love how he is getting us to think more like securing our future. We took over Venezuelan and the oil companies there. I mean, the oil there, the companies are going to start drilling the oil. They have the largest oil reserves. I know I said before that they had a little bit of oil, y'all. I stand corrected. I now understand that they have the largest oil reserves in the world. But what I meant is we don't need their oil from a production standpoint. We can very much handle our own oil production. We didn't need to take over Venezuela in order to get their oil. We did, however, needed it for our national interest. And so that's why I say President Trump is playing checkers while the rest of y'all is playing Connect Four with the bottom out. That's what he is playing to say. All of y'all are playing Connect Four with the bottom out. President Trump is playing chess, okay? So with the whole Greenland thing, he made talks because he said we're going to take Greenland whether they like it or not. They can do it the easy way or the hard way. I put this post up and it was so funny that Andrew Tate actually was talking about how geopolitical geopolitics 101, we're the boss, we do what we want. I mean, seriously. And I like that. Why? Because I'm an American. We're the boss, we do what we want. Now, one of the things that President Trump does say is that he has a conscience. He believes that people should live free, be have prosperity, which I'm thankful for that, right? So, um with Greenland, I saw a video that, oh God, really, really touched me. And I'm going to talk about why Greenland is so important to the United States national interest. But first of all, let's look at this video that kind of shows what Greenland has and why it's important, y'all. I'm going to try not to bore y'all through this, but it's very, 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 very important. I'm going to try to do it like real quick, okay? If you have not already, like, share, subscribe, please. It would mean so much to me. It really would. Okay, let's get this going. Here we go.
Look at this map of mineral resources provided by Greenland's government. Precious metals, base metals, industrial rocks, and rare metals, including rare earths. This is just a hint of the resources in Greenland. But most of it remains largely untapped.
It's important to remember that there's very little mining activity in Greenland. All these stories about Greenland's riches in terms of mineral resources, it's still far on the horizon.
There are just 2 active mines in Greenland, and only about 100 people currently work in Greenland's mining sector.
So that's important, y'all. Okay, so here we have this thing that's in our backyard, right? So it's like it's close to us. I think they said it's like 1,200 miles away from us. And do you notice that it's surrounded by rare earths and minerals? Now, this is very, very important. Why? Who else has rare earths and minerals? Over there in Europe, and especially over there in China, even in Africa, all these places that we don't own, right? We have oil, but we don't have rare earths. So when you hear President Trump talk about our national interests, it doesn't necessarily mean that we think that they're going to try to come to war with us. I mean, like I say, with the United States, they don't want this smoke. Like we have weaponry that they don't even know even existed. Like, we have weaponry, we have nuclear weapons, we have bombs, we have guns, we have everything, right? So it's not necessarily that they want to come and fight us and that they actually could fight us, but President Trump is thinking like more so ahead. What if they wanted to squeeze us or ice us out and say, hey, we're not going to sell any minerals to you. We're not going to sell any of our rare earths to you. We're going to figure out another way, and we're going to go around you, and you have to come through us when you want your rare earths and your minerals. You see how he is playing chess? And so when I hear people get all upset about President Trump saying that he wants to take Greenland, like, why would he not want to secure our best interest? Like, seriously. Hold on. Somebody said, Helena, you said we won the genetic. Yeah, we did. We won the genetic lottery. We are the superpower. I'm so grateful. She said China is using the belt and road in Africa to steal their mineral. Yeah. I believe that. I'm not very familiar with that, Helena, but I really believe that a lot of that China is trying to work around and ice us out. Well, why? Why is China trying to ice us out? Why? I'm so glad you asked the question. China, now that President Trump is in office, y'all, they are struggling. They are struggling. I did not want to believe this because I love Chinese people. I love Asian people. I love Asian food. Like, I love people, right? But it's really sad, actually, what's happening in China right now. As I was doing my research, y'all, oh my God. Oh, this is juicy. This is so good. Like, come close, come close, come close. China, they had their GDP and their economic reports that came out just most recently, y'all. They classified them. They classified their economic reports. Why? Because they don't even want to tell people what's going on with them. They are really, really struggling. And now that President Trump is in office, it kind of like killed their whole plans because remember, we were a dead country. We were dying, y'all. Like, we had our government had sold us up the creek, y'all. We were up a creek without a paddle, okay? And so now President Trump, President Trump is in office and he's making everything fair. He's basically saying, hey, China, what y'all did to us, you're not going to continue to do this. And China, I believe, built their entire economy off of the failure of the United States. Well, that's not happening because President Trump is in office. And now, y'all, they are struggling. First of all, their population. Hold on. Let me just show you the video. Y'all, let me just show you the video because you won't believe me. You won't believe me. Y'all, look at this. Look, somebody look at this. Somebody look at this. Hold on. Here we go. Y'all, it made me sad because I love Chinese people and I don't want to think about them as dying off. But listen to this.
One child policy, which operated from 1979 to 2015. 36 years of strict birth restriction. 36 years of fines, forced abortions, sterilization. The goal was simple: control population growth, avoid overpopulation, accelerate economic development. Goal achieved. But the price proved catastrophic. UN and World Bank demographic projections paint a grim picture. By 2030, every fourth Chinese will be over 60 years old. 350 million elderly people. By 2050, every third. 500 million. By 2100, China's population will shrink to 800 million.
Y'all, Why would you not try to take over a nation w- when it literally can mean your existence? China is dying off, y'all. Like their existence, their population has aged as you can see in that video. They literally have no young people. Not to the mass level that they need to sustain the population. I think the video was saying that the population is 1.01. You need at least 2.1 to sustain your population. US, we're at 1.6, so we're struggling, right? But they at 1.01. Like they got no people. Like they got no people. Hold on. May said population control does not work. Turns out be fruitful and multiply is not just good, it's a necessity. Y'all, can we just do the Bible is always right segment? Can we do the Bible is always right segment? Hold on. Helena, you said, yeah, I have a video I can send you. A historian breaks it down. It's bad. Girl, send it to me because let me tell you, they also said in this video, they said that President Trump actually met with President Xi in November of 2025, and it was a closed meeting, nobody could be there. And I believe because like you know how President Trump, he talk in front of the press, he don't care, right? But this meeting, I think he was trying to save face. Like I think he was like, oh my God. And I think President Trump probably feel the same way at me. Like, we don't want Chinese people to go away. We love Chinese people. We love all people, right? And so just to hear what's happening to their population, I believe President Trump is their only hope. Like President Trump can actually help them if they start working with them. But sometimes people can be a little too prideful. Like sometimes people can be a little too prideful. And even though President Xi is willing to work with President Trump, that's not to guarantee that the next person or next president that's coming in would. So, y'all, they are literally dying off. That thing hurt me so much because it's like God says this as a command, like be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth. He also talks about um the Bible, sorry, I'm saying he also, but God also talks about um like the destruction that comes on innocent blood, like when you shed innocent blood. So abortions, they were talking about forced abortions. And y'all, the um wages of that kind of stuff, you don't understand what's going to happen. But let me tell you, God's word is always true. I mean, it's always true. Yeah, he said forced abortions are cray, and Helena said, "Amen." Your society needs to thrive. That requires babies. Absolutely. See, one of the things that one of the scriptures in the Bible that I think people don't really take to heart, or they kind of take it to heart in like a religious sense, is they say, "No man knows the day or the hour when the Son of Man will return." And so what I see, or you often find, is people are like planning the end of the world. Like planning the end of the world. Oh, I'm not going to have any children because this world is lost. Okay. Or I'm not going to have any children because I don't want to bring them into this world cuz it's sad. Okay. Well, the third world is having children. So what kind of world do you want it to have? Because no man knows the day or the hour that the Son of Man is going to return. So yeah, you determine how your future is going to be. And unfortunately, for China, who is not a Christian nation, they had these forced abortions. They had this one child rule. I don't know what they were thinking, but now they don't have no people. They don't have no people. They don't have no workers. They ain't got no military. They have nothing. All of their population is aging. And it's really, really, really sad. And it can happen over here in the US. We need to be fruitful and multiply. We need to follow the Bible. And that's why I believe, you guys, that Greenland is like so important. So can we just stop being emotional about President Trump saying, "Oh, he's going to take Greenland"? We need to take Canada. We need to really just take the whole Western hemisphere. Like, let's just take all of it. I mean, they all got to work with us anyway. Can y'all just come on and just let's all make America great again? Let me tell you something. I guarantee you that the US taking over is a lot better than a lot of other places taking over. So it can be a lot worse. But hey, I digress. I just want us to trust President Trump. I want us to be strong. Like, this is a man who has nothing to lose, y'all. Like, he has nothing to lose. He got nothing to lose. So everything that he's kind of doing at the age of 80 is really just to help us, to help you, to help your children. He don't need this. He could be on a jet. I say it all the time. If I was President Trump, baby, let me tell you, y'all only have to put me in jail one time. Y'all only have to arrest me one time. But God bless this man. I don't know why we got so lucky. But I would be on a jet with my kids and their trust funds, and I would say, screw y'all, whatever. But for whatever reason, God is using this man, and we just need to be grateful and appreciative and stop being emotional. Stop being emotional. Like, seriously. Anywho, Insta, if you are not already following me on YouTube, please, if you're on YouTube, please go over and support my YouTube channel. It would mean so very much to me. Thank you so much for all of my subscribers on YouTube. I'm so grateful. I only get to do this because you guys watch me. Please go like, share this broadcast with someone, share this, and subscribe. And I do see somebody asking, am I married? I do not have a ring. Okay, let me tell you the thing about the ring, y'all. I have lost my ring so many times, and my honey, I promised she was going to get replaced, but I'll probably lose it again. So no, I am very, 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 very much happily married. One day I'm gonna buy myself a nice ring, one that I don't lose, because I think my husband is tired of buying me rings, y'all. I think he's tired. Oh God. But thank you, y'all. Okay. So let's get into this Renee Good thing, y'all. I'm trying real hard to not be insensitive about this young lady who lost her life. Okay. Y'all, what can I say? Thoughts and prayers. Can I say thoughts and prayers to Renee Good, like, family? But Renee Good was not a good person. Can we just keep it funky? She was not, okay? It wasn't because she was a gay or a member of LGBTQ or anything like that. Nobody deserves to lose their lives because who they deserve. Now, what I can tell you is Renee Good's death was truly suicide by cop. We just said it was suicide by cop. Suicide by cop. Oh my God, you said it the same time I did. Helena. It was suicide by cop. Now, Renee Good, she took it amongst herself. She's a mother. She is an American, and she went after she was dropping off her children from school. She went and took it amongst herself to block ICE from getting into this apartment complex. So apparently ICE was picking up people from this apartment complex. And it was actually said of the people who were part of this paid agitators, or like this agitation ring, that they knew that ICE was around because they do like this horn or this like beep when ICE is coming around. So like they're like beep, 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 beep. Like, she was just like paid agitator, right? And so people are admitting that they heard the horn or the beep or the bell, that ICE was coming. They heard it, right? And then they heard the gunshots. So Renee Good, who is a white liberal, y'all, what is wrong? Like, what is wrong with these people? Anyway, she doesn't realize that these folks are not playing with her. Okay. President Trump's not playing. ICE is not playing. And law enforcement will enforce the law. Law enforcement will enforce the law. Like, F around and find out. So, everybody is debating whether or not ICE was justified. People are trying to figure out if ICE should be charged. People are trying to figure out if Renee was scared. People are trying to figure out if the cop was scared. Is it okay if I say, I don't care nothing about that? I don't care nothing about that. The person with the gun makes the rules. I don't understand what y'all don't understand. Stop playing with these police officers. Stop playing with these ICE agents. Stop playing with this administration. ICE agents are law enforcement. They are federal law enforcement. And so, if I, as an American citizen, jump in the business and the affairs of ICE enforcing the law, then I put myself in danger. Period. Why is this complicated? Why is this complicated? Oh, was ICE really afraid? Does it matter? She's dead. She's dead. Was she really afraid? Does it matter? Does it matter? Is it willing to lose your life because you are fighting for illegal aliens? Boy, 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 boy. Before I came on live, I really wish that somebody was willing to throw themselves at the mercy of law enforcement for the kids who cannot read in Baltimore City. God, I wish people were really willing to stand out there and protest because the kids can't read, or because the kids' neighborhoods are dangerous, because they're drug infested communities, because there's homeless people everywhere, because there's needles on the street, because because they're trafficking drugs back and forth across the board. I really wish that they cared as much about the children of this nation and the women of this nation than they do about illegal aliens. But they don't. They don't. And they want us to somehow be emotional about it. Which brings me to this daggone crooked Crockett. Y'all, I have not been on her in a while. I have not been on this chick in a while. Helena, you said, I feel bad for her kids. SMH, imagine picking the abuser of your children over your children. Absolutely. I don't feel bad for her children. I honestly think that her children are better off without a moron for a mom like her. It's just the honest to God truth. And I know that sounds harsh, but these are the people. These are the people that are going to have to intermingle with your kids. They go to your kids' schools. Eventually, they're going to be the people that your kids date. They're going to be the people that your kids are employed with and work with. And the mom is not smart. So maybe, just maybe, gosh, these kids will see what happened to their mom and say, "Oh yeah, I don't want to do that. Why play chicken with the guys with the guns?" Yes. It's dumb. It's dumb. And so I have not been on this crooked Crockett for a while, y'all. But y'all, she gets on my everlasting nerves, okay? She really does. Y'all seen, so they cooking her like the blacks are cooking her, and I'm so glad because she deserves it. But y'all, check out this.
I remember when Charlie Kirk got killed. Do you? Is it okay because you have a badge? Because the last time I checked, allegedly no one is above the law. Can y'all not just have a little bit of courage and humanity? A child.
Y'all, what?
A child has lost her mom. And y'all want to pretend that it is okay.
Y'all, I will pay one of y'all to find me one tear in this girl's eye. Please, can somebody? I will pay y'all to find me one tear in her eye. Y'all see it? I can't find one. Oh my God. Y'all, ain't no tears coming out her eyes. Y'all, hold on. Helena, you said I made a post about her. Why is Jazzy Crockpot crying over a cracker? Why did we how did we get here? Because she hates saltines. Y'all, and the Oscar goes to y'all. Let me tell you. First of all, ain't a single tear coming out this woman's eyes. If y'all see the video, ain't a single tear coming out of her eyes. But she getting cooked by the blacks, y'all. Let me tell you, she getting cooked by the blacks. Because first of all, keep it funky. She don't care nothing about this Renee Good. She don't care. She does not care about Renee Good at all. She does not. What she does care about is keeping herself relevant, keeping herself in the news so she can keep raising money for her Senate campaign that she not going to win. Y'all, honestly, I've seen crazier things happen. So if she wins, fine. But I honestly believe her with this daggone Senate campaign is a hot mess in and of itself. She wants so bad. This girl wants so bad to remain relevant in politics. She has sensed that black people are done with her. Black people are tired of Jasmine Crockett. They are, like, literally, they're just annoyed by her. And I believe that she is trying so hard. So she's pulling these little stunts, crying in Congress, just so she can keep eyes on her. They haven't really talked about her in a while. Like, she keeps going on The View. And honestly, like, black people are she's just like getting annoyed. And I don't know if maybe she feels like she needs to expand her base. Like, she's got to get white people on board. I don't know what is going on with Sister Girl, but her faking like she's crying for Renee Good and comparing Renee Good's death to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was executed while he was speaking. He had a legal, lawful permit to be there, and he was assassinated. This woman, Renee Good, was evading police instructions and thought that she could use the car to run over the police officer, and she effed around and found out. Sorry. And so for Jasmine Crockett to sit and act like she cares, I really think it's because she's just trying to remain relevant. Her Senate campaign is tanking fast. Texas ain't voting for her. Like, I don't know, they get some, they might get some votes. Hold on. What'd you say, Helena? You said nobody with an IQ above freezing takes her serious. Like, nobody, especially not in Texas. However, here's what I will say. Texas is one of those states, y'all. Texas is one of those states where a lot of people don't vote. So I was oh God, Dr. David, what is his name? What's David? I can't think of his name, but he actually did studies on Texas, and Texas decisions are made by a small percentage. So their election decisions are made by a small percentage. So unless she gets some of them dead people or people, those ballots harvesting or whatever, she's not gonna win. But I don't put nothing past the Democrats. However, what I do believe is that she's searching for significance. And whenever she pulls these little stunts, the money keeps flowing. Whenever she pulls these little stunts, she keeps getting invited places to speak. Because first of all, her congressional run is done. Okay, she's done. They put her out of there. Black folks don't even like her. The Congressional Black Caucus didn't even vote for her to be in leadership there. She's done. So in order for her to remain in politics, she's gonna have to move like Tiffany Henyard. She's gonna have to move. Or B, she has to keep this Senate race like kind of running. I guarantee you, y'all, I can't prove it, but I bet you if she does not win this Senate race, I guarantee you she gonna move somewhere like Atlanta. She's gonna move somewhere where she can get elected because she is addicted. She's addicted to power. And I love the way JD Vance said her ghetto girl accent. Her ghetto JD Vance said her ghetto girl accent is about as real as her nails. I wish he had said as real as her hair because she was like, my nails are real. Girl, bye. Not with that acrylic and all that other crap that's on it. But let's talk about your lashes and your hair. JD, let me help you out. Her hair is definitely not real. That's a wig. And then them lashes, y'all know them lashes ain't real. Them lashes ain't real. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Jazzy. My hair ain't real either. Nothing wrong with low weave. Oh God, poor Jazzy. She is trying to stay relevant, y'all. Oh God. Anyway, if you are watching me on Instagram and you have not already, please, it would mean so much to me if you would like and share and subscribe. Go follow me on YouTube. You guys, that's the way I keep this channel moving. You guys, I'm so grateful that you even watch. Okay. This story, last but not least, let's talk about my president and the changes that he is making to ensure that um people can afford things again. Like, I really do believe, y'all, and I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you always support President Trump. You always support President Trump." Y'all, I have to. Why? Because my kids live here and I want to see this country do well. And truth be told, we are the like baddest country in America. I'm really hoping that we get back our national pride because we're just we are really the best country alive, right? And I say that to say President Trump is doing everything that he can to make the American people understand that he has our best interests at heart. He really does. So he announced that oh, you said, oh yeah. We're gonna talk about the housing. Yeah, that was a boss move. BlackRock is so mad. It's a good thing. Yeah. So President Trump announced that the housing, in order to decrease the prices of housing, he's ordering, um, oh, hold on, let me pull it up because I'm going to read read his tweet, okay? So you guys can see it. So President Trump, in order to drive the housing prices down, um, he has ordered or banned ordered a ban on corporations from buying houses. So he said, here we go. Let me see. Let me grab it, y'all. Let me grab his tweet. His truth, or should I say, let me grab it. Y'all, I'm trying. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I want to read it verbatim. Truth Social. Okay. And this is just one thing, y'all. This is just one thing. Here we go. All right, here we go. This is one of them. I want the one that y'all understand. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Okay. All right. So I can't find it. So basically President Trump is trying to put through a bill that will prevent large corporations from buying single family houses. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, I found it. All right. So it says, and I quote, let me share the screen. Okay. Here we go. All right. So, for a very long time, buying a home was considered the pinnacle of the American dream. It was the reward for working hard and doing the right thing. But now, because of the record high inflation caused by Joe Biden and the Democrats in Congress, that American dream is increasingly out of reach for far too many people, especially younger Americans. It is for that reason and much more that I'm immediately taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying more single family homes. And I will be calling on Congress to codify it. People live in homes, not corporations. I will discuss the topic, including further housing and affordability proposals. Okay. So I love that he did this. I don't disagree with him doing this. I understand why he did this, right? So this is just to allow corporations to kind of chill a little bit and allow single families or people getting married and all that. It's telling corporations to chill for a little while and allow families and people and single people and married people to buy homes, because essentially home ownership is a way to wealth. It's also a huge indicator of a nation's stability and buying home. You own it, so you'll take care of it. That's the idea. I do believe, however, is Americans have a problem because they don't have the same values as people did back when people were buying homes. Um, I think President Trump's good intentions, um, it I hope people start buying houses, but unfortunately I just think that people are not getting married, people are not having children, and so confidence in purchasing a house, people want to travel, people want to live this life, they want to eat out every single day, they want to do Starbucks, and Americans have some true habits that we have to kind of change, some culture things that we have to address. And I'm hoping that in President Trump's desire to help Americans purchase homes, that Americans will return the favor and start loving the country that they are part owner in, and they'll start desiring to invest into it, seriously. Like, I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't. I see these young people and they're not having children. I see these young people and they're not getting married. They wanna be online, they wanna be traveling, they want to kinda show, they want their careers, they're freezing their eggs, and, that just doesn't scream home ownership. So, as President Trump does what he can in the White House, which I do believe he is doing all that he can in the White House, I hope that that translates at the dinner table. I'm hoping that it translates. Even at the university level, at the school level, that you need to be fruitful and multiply, that you need to invest in yourself, purchase land, purchase a home. And I don't know if Americans are there yet. A lot of us have turned our backs on God, on our faith, and I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, put my YouTube link in the comments. So, oh my gosh, uh, Magnaverse 23. The link is in my bio. I can't put it right now. I don't have it right now, but yes, please go share and subscribe. The link is in my bio. Thank you so much for watching, Magnaverse. Um, yeah. So another thing that he did, which I think is really good, is he stopped the credit cards companies. So he put a halt on credit card companies and how much they can charge. Let me share that with you, which I think is good. I think it's I think it's good. I think it's a good effort. Let me share that with you. It's an E for effort, but I'm telling y'all, Americans got problems, and so President Trump is doing all that he can to help us. I'm just hoping I'm hoping we get it and we appreciate it. So let me show you. Hold on. All right. So he says, please be informed. Please be informed that we will no longer let the American public be ripped off by credit card companies that are charging interest rates of 20 to 30 and even more, which festered unimpeded during during the Sleepy Joe Biden administration. Affordability, effective January 20th, 2026. I, as President of the United States, am calling for a 1-year cap on credit card interest rates of 10%, which I love, right? Coincidentally, the January 20th date will coincide with the 1-year anniversary of the historic and very successful Trump administration. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again, President Donald Trump. So he's saying essentially, for 1 year, he is putting a halt on credit card companies, which I think that that's good. I think it's going to give Americans the chance to kind of catch up, you know, understanding that they have this 10% cap. Maybe that might encourage some of us to pay off our credit cards. I say us because I'm right there with y'all. I'm right there with y'all. Encourage us to pay off some of our credit cards and reduce our debt. Another thing I think President Trump is doing, which I think is really beautiful, is he is uh, bringing in more income, bringing in more jobs, and that's also going to help with our economy. I was watching this guy talk on PBD on Pat Bet Davis' show, and he was saying affordability prices are never coming down. So as far as the affordability issue, prices are never coming down. Prices aren't coming down. Prices aren't coming down. Doom and gloom, right? And I say, and he was like, President Trump should have never promised that prices were coming down because he can't make prices come down. Well, in theory, the idea is if prices come down, it's considered deflation. Deflation means that the economy is not doing good, consumer confidence is low, and people are not buying. That's essentially what deflation means. However, if you're an economics major, such as myself, you will understand that there's another principle working here. It's the principle of supply and demand. Supply and demand. Now, when supply goes down and demand goes up, the price goes higher, right? When supply goes up and demand goes down, the price tanks. However, there is something to be said when supply goes up and demand stays pretty much the same. The prices come down. That's deflation as well. It's kind of like they described a flat screen TV, right? You remember when they first came out, flat screen TVs were completely unaffordable. Like you couldn't buy them. However, as production ramped up and you were able to produce it more efficiently, then supply came up and then the price came down. I do believe that President Trump is not a dummy, okay? He's not. He understands how this works. I'm going to share this video with you guys. Don't trust my words for it. I mean, don't take my words for it. Listen to this economist describe deflation and the two separate types, okay? Listen.
Last video we talked about deflation as something which is not so desirable, but in case of deflation we'll also see there are situations when it is actually desirable, and there's situations also where it's undesirable. So what is deflation? Deflation simply is what we call a persistent fall in the average level of prices in an economy. In other words, price level is going down in an economy. Now, if deflation is happening because of what we call an improvement in the supply side, we will say it is not that bad, it is actually very desirable. Why would that be? I'll show that in a diagram. But basically, that means the cost of production is going down, and we'll soon see that is a desirable situation. On the other hand, you might have a situation where you may see that there is what we call a fall of demand or lack of demand that is causing what we call uh, deflation to happen. And if that is the case, then that is what we call an undesirable situation. So
Exactly. So when people are talking about deflation, Helena, yes, she said, I have 42-inch flat screens in my bedroom and I paid $180 to 280 each. Exactly. So when people act like prices can't come down, I think that they just don't understand President Trump's mindset and how it works. I have a lot of faith in my president, honestly, because I think that we kind of have to. He's an economist, he's a businessman, he gets it. And so when people talk about deflation and they're trying to scare the American people, they're like, oh, prices are never coming down. Hey, board mama, Sierra, prices are never coming down. Prices are never coming down. They don't understand that you're saying this literally as prices are coming down. They said prices of gas was never coming down, you guys. However, turns out that if you increase the supply of something, the demand can stay the same, but the cost of production goes down, and so the cost comes down. I believe that all of the things that President Trump is doing to help our economy will drive the cost down, increasing the supply, increasing our access to Venezuelan oil, increasing our access to Greenland's minerals, increasing our trade, our free trade, but also increasing the production, bringing these companies over into our country. It's going to make the prices go down. So don't listen to doom and gloom. I love uh Pat Bet David because he always says future looks bright. And sometimes, oops, excuse me. Oh, look at my eye. Sometimes people get on there and they talk like doom and gloom, like they know, right? Oh God, it's gonna be bad. But those same people have underestimated President Trump so many times, you guys. And and it's so funny. I was watching Batia talk, and I think it's so funny because they always act like oh, President Trump is gonna, he's gonna tank the economy. Oh, the trade is going to make prices go through the roof. Oh, like they always are trying to doom and gloom him, but he just keeps proving everybody wrong. And I love that. Just wait and see. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. He said, let's go, Brandon. President Trump, a man with a heart for the people. It's so true. Like, he doesn't have to do this, y'all. He really does not. President Trump does not have to do this. He would be on a jet, okay? On a jet out of here. But he chooses to fight for us. He chooses to, I don't know why he does. Honestly, y'all, sometimes I don't think that we deserve it. I really don't think that we deserve it. I really, really don't think that we deserve it. But I'm so grateful that he does. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful that you watch me. If you are on YouTube and you have not subscribed, please go to my link in the bio on Instagram and YouTube. Please go subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. Yes, Helena, we got 3 more years, girlfriend. We got 3 more years. And honestly, I think that these 3 more years are going to like the Democrats are going to have to put up or shut up. I mean, they are wrong on so many things with President Trump, and they're just willing to just lie. They're willing to act like nope, I wasn't wrong on that. Like I could even show you guys a video with this fool where he's literally saying one thing a few years ago, And then a different, because only because the only thing that changed that was President Trump was president. I mean, literally, that's the only thing that changed. And they're so dishonest. Look at Chuck Schumer talk about Maduro. Hold on, let me share this with you guys, because I think that this is so important. I think that this is so important.
There was a big policy there. It flopped. If the policy was working, Juan Guaido wouldn't be in the balcony here. He'd be in Venezuela. He'd be sitting in the president's palace, or at least waging a fight to win. He's here. And the president brags about his Venezuela policy? Give us a break. He hasn't brought an end to the Maduro regime. The Maduro regime is more powerful today and more entrenched today than it was when the president began.
So what can the Congress do about it is the next question.
Well, the next question is very simple, and that is that we have the War Powers Act. That's a privilege resolution, which means the Republicans can't block it. Tim Kaine and I and Rand Paul are sponsors of it. It's going to come to the floor this week. And if it is voted for, if it's voted positively in both houses, then the president can't do another thing in Venezuela without the okay of Congress. We have to pass it.
President Trump say that he intends for the United States to run Venezuela. It was reckless. It was dangerous. And looking at the president's demeanor, he didn't even seem to be aware of how dangerous and reckless it is. Let me be clear. Maduro is an illegitimate dictator, but launching military action without congressional authorization, without a credible plan for what comes next, is reckless. Now, I was in the skiff on 3 different occasions, as recently as December, and I asked the administration, I asked them, are you pursuing regime change? Are you intent on taking military action in Venezuela, Venezuelan territory? And they assured me that they were not pursuing those things. Clearly, they're not being straight with the American people.
No, it's not that they're not being straight with the American people. They're not being straight with you guys, because you lie and you leak and you do anything to sabotage this administration. Literally, you got mad that he didn't capture Maduro in 2020. And now when he captured him, you're saying, oh, he doesn't have the right. Do you see how dishonest these people are? And what's so funny is President Trump is not pursuing regime change at all. He literally has the vice president playing ball, because I believe, y'all, like I said, we have the baddest military on the planet, y'all. Did y'all see? Oh my God. I'm gonna share this with y'all because I think it's so good. Did y'all see Black Conservative Perspective? He talked about there is this guy saying he basically came and said that there is a secret weapon that the United States used. Hold on, here we go. And President Trump talks about this, you guys. He talks about this all the time. He says we have military weapons that they don't even know we have. Like we have stuff that people can't even fathom. So shout out to Black Conservative Perspective. But listen,
one woman that was standing in the front of the naval base, they took out all the bases and all the air defense systems. That woman was knocked 5 meters into a house. That's how intense that explosion. This is going to be super interesting. You're going to find this to be interesting. He switches and does a 180 and says, hey, listen, we shouldn't have a problem being the 51st state of the United States. He says the amount of investment that's coming into the infrastructure, into the educational system, into the hospitals, and into the oil facilities are going to do amazing things for this country.
Wow. This is what I'm talking about when I say that the vice president of Venezuela, the woman that's now in charge, how do I know they're going to play ball? How do I know they're going to listen to the United States of America? How do I have confidence that, you know what, this experiment probably is going to work out, right? This regime change is probably going to go better than what we've done before in the past, is because I know that she, the current leader of Venezuela, does not want the D. She does not want the D at her doorstep. They saw what happened to Nicolas Maduro.
Hold on, y'all. But hold on. They said, let me let y'all hear this, because
This weapon,
they said there's some
incapacitated all of the soldiers before the Delta Force could even get on the ground, right? Basically, they were already defeated. Basically, retweeted it. But this soldier, who was very afraid, right? He was not feeling too good, right, about what happened. Basically, this weapon incapacitated all of the soldiers before the Delta Force could even get on the ground, right? Basically, they were already defeated before the soldiers got to the facility that Nicolas Maduro was in. And I want to play this clip of this guy translating what the soldier is saying, okay? I'm going to play a little bit of the soldier speaking Spanish, but I'm going to play a clip after that of somebody translating what he's saying, and then we're going to get into this, because apparently this story has Latin America on edge, right? They understand that the United States, we are the most powerful military in the world, and that we have weapons that are otherworldly, right, in nature, in regards to how we can just straight up destroy a city like Caracas like that, right? Or to capture a dictator or a leader of somebody's country like that. So without further ado, roll the clip.
Eso fueron nada más 8 helicópteros, solamente 8 helicópteros dijeron ellos. Y fue verdad, pues nada más fueron 8 helicópteros y 20 hombres. 20 hombres que mataron a 200 hombres, bueno, 32 de un solo coñazo, más de un poco de guardia de honores presidenciales, un poco de civiles, y solamente eran 20, pero los armamentos que tenían, bueno, eran unos armamentos que me dicen los panas, que disparaban más de 300 balas, weón, por minuto. Unos armamentos que...
A security guard that was protecting Maduro has spoken, and you got to hear what he said. It's in Spanish, but I'll translate. Also, Trump announced that, you know, the cartels, they're going after him in Mexico. The whole vibe of Latin America has changed because of what happened in Venezuela.
Period.
And now that we're getting firsthand accounts from people that were there, the soldier says they didn't hear him coming. He says the Americans had technology superior to anything they've ever seen. Everything that they were using for radar, for anything, taken offline. They had drones, and the drones were taking out bases and taking out things faster. They didn't have no technology. They've never had to fight against drones. He also talks about that there was only 8 helicopters. There was only 20 men that were sent in. And those 20 men killed hundreds of their men. And none of those soldiers were injured. He talks about it felt like they were firing 300 rounds a minute. Nothing that they can compete with. He also talks to the fact that the Americans had some kind of sonic shock boom that was sent out, and everybody immediately started bleeding profusely out of their nose. They couldn't even gather themselves because whatever was sent at them made them fall to their knees and vomit blood out of their mouth and out of their noses. They were incapacitated immediately. He says he never wants to go through that again. Doesn't want to have to fight with the Americans again. He's sending warnings to everybody out there that you think you can fight the Americans. You don't even know what their weaponry is like and what.
Period. Oh my God. Alina, you said, have you seen all the people around the world asking for Trump to be their leader? Ireland, Canada, Britain, France, Colombia, Mexico. It's all like, we just need to just all be one big happy family, because y'all don't want this smoke. Y'all, oh my God, proud to be an American. Y'all, when I saw Black Conservative Perspective, y'all, shout out to him. Go follow him. Go subscribe to his channel. A lot of the content that I do, I really learn from him. But y'all, oh my God. He said that they were bleeding out of their nose and out their mouths. They used some supersonic weapon. I don't even know what that could be. I don't know what that could feel like. I don't even want to imagine. But he said we can't even defeat them because we don't even know what they're using. We don't even know what they have. Like, Alina, he said, a whole world on notice. Play with your mama because we will send you to Jesus if you play with. It's so true. Stop playing with us. Like, Colombia, stop playing. Just come on. Just hug it out, Colombia. Colombia, just hug it out. Let's hug it out. Russia, let's hug it out. Nigeria, let's hug it out. Let's hug it out. Y'all don't want this work. Stop playing with us. like, like, so that, y'all, that made me so proud. When I was sitting there watching this, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. We are the baddest in the freaking land. And now we have the baddest president who ain't scared of none of y'all. Y'all, this is just a great time to be alive. Great time to be an American. I'm just saying. Like, if you got that red, white, and blue flying high on the farm, Super 5 tattoo on your left arm. Toby Keith. Y'all, if we got that, this is just a time. This is just a time. Trump's going to collect the world leaders like Pokemon cards. You ain't never lied. Like, he need to just get a ring. He just get a ring. He reversed Thanos though. Like, Thanos was trying to get rid of people. President Trump trying to get people. Y'all, it's just a great time to be an American. Go to a national park. Go see the sights. Get yourself an American flag pin, y'all. Anytime I be anywhere with my American flag pin. I'm repping my set. It's just a good time to be an American. Y'all, I'm so grateful. Again, so grateful that you watch me. If you are watching me on Instagram, please go to my YouTube channel. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel. I am so grateful that you guys just even listen to what I have to say. I'm so thankful for your support. Continue to support me. Continue. This is the only way I get to do this. I love doing this. But the only way I can do it is if I have your support. So until next time, remember, oh, shoot. I wanted to tell y'all something. Anyway, never mind. Forget it. Until next time. Peace.